friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I got together with some of my special friends to bring a small collaboration together for you. I hope you enjoy it. I'll let you know more about them in a few minutes, but before we get on with the video, I just want to welcome you. If you're new here, my name is Brenda and this is my Oliver, and if you're returning, well, you know we love you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take these two huge gingerbread people that I got from Hobby Lobby. They were 50% off. So basically I got two of them for $4. I removed the hangers there with my staple remover. And I'm taking a small brush and my Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut. And I'm just going to go and paint around all of the raised areas. And then after I had that all painted, I took a bigger brush and painted the rest. I painted the back as well. And then I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I'm taking a very small paintbrush. I'm going around the outline of her dress and the collar of her shirt, blouse, whatever you want to say. And then I also painted the little icing marks on the arms and feet or legs. And then I'm going to take my, I just got this. This is Folk Arts, what's it called? Sorry. It is chalk paint and it's in the color Imperial. And I was looking for just a little bit darker red than the crimson color. And so I used that to paint her dress, and I'm painting her bow, and I also paint the little hearts with that color as well. And then once those were all dry, I'm going to take Apple Barrel's pink blush. I'm going to paint her cheeks. And then I took my Folk Art antique green and I painted the boy's scarf with it. I'm then going to use the same pink, I can't talk, the same pink blush for his cheeks. And then this is, I don't even remember, it's a light yellow or something like that by Apple Barrel. You could use whatever colors you have on hand if you recreate this. And if you don't want to do this with these big gingerbread people from Hobby Lobby, you could always make a smaller version of this with the gingerbread men from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going over the outline of the eyes and the mouth with my black Sharpie there. And then I took some buttons that I got this summer from Amazon. It's a big bag of buttons. I dug through and found the sizes I wanted, painted them white, and then I'm just going to glue them on where the button spots are. And then I took a red extra fine Sharpie marker and I'm just outlining the collar. It just felt like it needed something there to separate the white from the shirt and everything, so that's why I did that. Then I took one of these small like coffee stir sticks. I got these from Kathy Jo, and I'm taking that extra fine Sharpie and I'm just making stripes across the collar of her shirt. And after I had all of those stripes, I'm just using that stick to kind of make the right width. Then I just went in and colored every other stripe with my Sharpie. Now you could always do this with the paint if you have a small enough paintbrush or steady hand and want to do this, or you could just leave it white, but I really liked the stripes there. Then I took my white marker and I'm just making some polka dots on his scarf. And then I took one of these big snowflakes from Dollar Tree. These are the MDF ones. I painted it with Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut. I did fill in the hole with some spackling as well. Once it was all dry, I took my puff paint from, I think I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to decorate my snowflake to make it look like it is a gingerbread snowflake. And I'm just making one line. Now, if you can notice that I'm not good at making straight lines. My lines were a little bit wobbly, but you know what? That's okay. And then I took my white marker and then gave them little pupils in their eyes. Took one of these little peppermints from Hobby Lobby, glued it to her bow. This candy cane I think came from Hobby Lobby as well, and glued it to the boy. Then I'm going to use my wood glue and some hot glue. I'm going to put it on the ends of my snowflake, and I'm going to attach my gingerbread people to the snowflake. Now, one of the things that May wanted us to do for this was to have at least one item be at least 2 feet either tall or wide. This is definitely over 2 feet wide. This is huge, and I know exactly where I'm going to put it. I love gingerbread, and I'm excited to put this up. But I took some tumbling tower blocks there. I glued them onto the snowflake, and then I'm using my Fix-All glue here because I have this metal sign that Kathy Jo sent me last year right around Christmas time. I'm going to glue that on, and then I'm going to use some super glue and a little dab of hot glue to attach those peppermints to the sign, and there it is. I love how this came out. This is just so stinking cute. Oh my goodness, you'll have to let me know what you think about this one in the comment box below. Okay, so today is the Calm and Crazy Christmas collab, and we get together every once in a while and put something together. And this is with my friend May with Craft Away May, and my best friend Kathy Jo with Kathy Jo DIYs, and the sweet Jen from Lovely Moments Creating. Make sure you check out their channels as well as each video. I am sure you will enjoy it thoroughly. Okay, so here is DIY number 2. So I'm going to paint this little styrofoam cone with my Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. While it was drying, I took this ribbon that I got. I can't believe you guys. I had a 20% off coupon, but $12 for this thing. I could not believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? Anyways, but I couldn't find what I was looking for, and this was the closest I found. So I cut about 60 strips of 4-inch. They were 4 inches long, and I'm going to glue the ends together like you see, so it kind of looks like an upside down awareness ribbon. And I'm just gluing the ends together, and then I will glue it onto my styrofoam tree. I kind of wish I would have painted that tree with the hazelnut. I think that would have been really cute too, because it might have shown through a little bit and gave more of that gingerbread and peppermint vibe that I'm going for. But it still came out really cute, and I love this. I was asking my husband the other day, what do you think of what I made? And that was the first thing that drew his attention. He said he loved it. So I took some more of that ribbon, and I just went and went around the top of my cone just to kind of cover those ends. And then I have these ornaments. They came from Walmart, and they're really cute, but I just felt like the color on them was a little too drab. It was more of a grayish color or grayish tone than it was like the gingerbread. So I just took my hazelnut in a very small brush, and I'm just going to go and paint all of that area. And then I think it just looks so much better after that. And then I just went and touched up the white to bring it out a little bit more. I didn't do the middle part. I wanted to leave that red on there. So then I'm just going to take both of those, and I'm going to glue them together, and then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on 2 of those little legs there and glue it to the top. I didn't like how there was a gap, so I just took some of my puff paint and just kind of went around it all the way on the sides and the front and the back, just to kind of fill it in a little bit better. I don't know if it's really looks all that great, but you know, that's what it turned out to be. But anyways, I took this wood oval from Dollar Tree, painted it with my hazelnut. I took some of this Rick Rack. I think I got this from Temu a year or so ago. And I'm just going to glue it around my plaque. I'm going to glue my tree to the middle, and then I painted some of the little wood cubes from Dollar Tree with my hazelnut color. I'm gluing them down. These little gingerbread people I got from Amazon, they are silicone. Hot glue does not work well on them, so I used my Type Bond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue and some hot glue to glue them in place. And then I took these little mini candy canes. I think these came from Hobby Lobby. They've been in my stash for a little while. And I'm just going to glue one in front of each of my little gingerbread people. And that's all there was for this. I think it's so cute. I do my kitchen and family room in gingerbread, and I love this. I am definitely going to put this one up again this year, or up this year. But you have to let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. Okay guys, you all know how much I love stopping in here and chatting with you a little bit before we continue with the video. I really hope you're enjoying today's video, and I really hope you enjoy the playlist. I got together with my special friends May and Jenny, and of course my best friend Kathy Jo. We love working together, and so we love putting something together for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it too. I'm sure you will get a ton of inspiration because all of these women are so talented, and I just think the world of each one of them. But before we continue on with our video, I always like to take this moment to thank you guys all so very much. I appreciate you guys more than you know, and I am so glad that you guys come back every video and watch and like and all that stuff. It means the world to me. And if you are new here and you enjoy home decor on a budget as well as today's video, I invite you to hit that red subscribe button, become part of our YouTube family, and we would really appreciate it. So with all of that being said, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 3. So for this DIY, I'm going to take this Valentine's Day sign. I'm going to remove those metal little hearts and save them for Valentine's Day. I'm going to remove all of the paper that goes on there. This paper was not wanting to come off. This took me forever, but I got it all off, and then I sprayed it with water. I let it sit for a few minutes. I probably should have let it sit a little bit longer or sprayed a little bit more paper or water on there. It would have come off a lot easier and cleaner, but I did eventually get it all cleaned off, and then I painted it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. If you don't want to go through all that problem or that trouble, you can paint the back side of it and just cover that if you'd like. But after the paint was dry, I took my painter's tape here, and this is about, I think, 1 inch from the edge, and I'm just making sure that it's even there with my ruler. And then I am going to take one of those wood reed sticks that I get from Amazon. I had a little piece sitting next to me, and I thought this would be perfect. So I just used that to trace some diagonal lines. Then I'm going to take that Imperial Red by Folk Art and a paintbrush. I kept going between a smaller one and a little bit bigger one. And I think I just ended up using the bigger one. But I'm just going to paint in every other line so that it looks like candy cane stripes, I guess. And then once I got this done, yeah, and it did take me a while. Both of these projects, you guys, I did not finish either one in a day. I started one, I started the big one, set it aside, and worked on this one, and I didn't finish either one by the end of the day. But anyways, I used my Cricut to create this stencil. It says Gingerbread Hugs and Peppermint Kisses, and I am going to just use that same Imperial Red and my stencil brush there and just dabbing it on as I go. And once it's all covered, I will remove my stencil vinyl. Now, if you don't have a Cricut machine, you can still recreate this. You could use wood letters, you could use stickers, you could handwrite it, just whatever you have available to you. Just because I use a Cricut doesn't mean you can't recreate these. Just use what you have on hand. So after I removed all that, I have this. This is October's Chalk Couture Club or Club Couture transfer. It comes with it comes with the gingerbread and the rope and the buttons there. And I'm going to paint that gingerbread with hazelnut. And then I'm going to use my Chalk Couture transfer. Now I'm going to fuzz each piece because this is the first time I'm using it. So I fuzz it about 5 times. And the reason we do that is so it doesn't pull up your paint or your paste when you use it, because they are self-adhesive on the back. So I do start out with my face first. I'm going to go over it with my white chalk paste. I'm going to do a bow tie with my, I think it's cherry red chalk paste, and then the rest of it in white. Now, if you like this stencil or transfer, what we call it, and would like to get it, you would have to subscribe to the Club Couture, which is $21.99 a month, and you will get an exclusive 8x11 transfer, plus usually get some coordinating chalk paste with it, and then like a surface or something that comes along with it. It is a great deal. It's a great way to try it out and get started. If you do sign up, you do have to be signed up for at least 3 months before you can cancel, but I love this stuff, and I think it's a great way to get started. And this is the October one, so you still have time if you're interested in getting this. I do have a link to Chalk Couture. I am a designer, so if you want to click on that link and check it out, you would I think it's under Join Now. And then it's either under Join Now or Club Couture, and then you'll find the Club Couture area. So after I had that all done, I'm going to take some of this ribbon that I had and I'm going to glue this around my sign. I'm just going to do it in strips. So I glued that down, cut it, and then glued down the next line and cut it, and then so forth. And so after I got done with that, I took some wood glue and hot glue, and I'm going to glue my gingerbread. Now, if you don't want chalk couture and you want to still recreate this, you could use the little gingerbread guy from Dollar Tree. You might have to make it a little bit bigger sign, but I also ordered, like I said, those gingerbread people. Oh, that's on the next one. Sorry. I ordered some smaller gingerbread guys from Amazon. You could do that too. So just use whatever you have, like I said, to recreate this. So as you can see, I added some peppermints to it. My ribbon was crooked on the bottom and it was driving me nuts. So I made a little bow. Oh my goodness. A little bow to kind of help hide the fact that it was so crooked. And then I just used some red cording from Hobby Lobby to make a hanger. And there it is. As you can see with the hanger, it's way over to one side. That's because it's a little heavy on the left side. I should have probably made this a standing sign instead of a hanging sign since it was so heavy. But anyways, either way, it's adorable. Okay, it is time for a celebration of your recreations. And these are so cute, Nicole. Thank you so much for sharing your scarecrows with us. And then Debbie, these are so pretty. I love the pumpkin made out of the bundt pan. That's amazing. And then Terry, yours is so cute too. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing your creations with me. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 4. Oh, you guys, this one I had a heck of a time trying to figure out. I had so many ideas of what I wanted to do, but very little time. So, in fact, I was finishing it this morning and my video had to go up tonight. So, I took this wood round from Dollar Tree. I filled in the hole with spackling and then I painted it white. Once it was dry, I covered the top with my Mod Podge, let it dry and the sides with Mod Podge. Then I let it dry, and while it was drying, I'm going to take this napkin. I got this from Hobby Lobby last year, I think. They're round. They come in like 4 rounds, and I just cut it off and then removed the backing. It was a 2-ply, I believe. Laid it on my wood round, and I'm using my parchment paper and heat press. The parchment paper protects the napkin. The heat press reactivates the Mod Podge so that it sticks. Then I just you have to kind of fold in the sides as you go around. So I kind of fold in a little bit and then lay it down so that it looks more even and not crinkled or wrinkled or whatever. And then I just cover it again and use my heat press to set it. And I do that all the way around until it's all completely adhered to the side of my round. Then I am just going to take the back and go over the back with some Mod Podge so the little edges there, the pieces, I had to trim it off a little bit, would stick to the bottom. And then I covered the rest of it with my Mod Podge, and that helps protect the napkin from ripping and anything like that. Once I'm done with that, I stopped for the night because I could not think of what I wanted to do. I had my grandson here doing his homework. He kept interrupting me, which was slowing me down, and I couldn't figure out what I needed to do. So I waited. And so the next morning, which was this morning, I got up. I took one of these chunky slats. It's a 12-inch, painted that with these are the gingerbread guys that I got from Amazon. I'll make sure they're in my Amazon store, but I painted them all with the hazelnut. Then I was going to use puff paint for this part, but I didn't have time for it to set before I took my pictures, so I just used a marker. So if you recreate this, I would suggest using puff paint because it would just bring it out, bring it to life a little bit better. But I went around my gingerbread person with it. I'm going to make some buttons, although it really didn't matter because I'm going to do something else. Like I said, I was just kind of winging it, and I was just going with the flow and trying to figure out as I went what exactly I was going to do. So when I got done doing all my decorating of my gingerbread men. Can you see? I'm still going kind of slow. And I have this sped up just because I was thinking. I took one of these 1 inch, I think they're 1 inch letters from Hobby Lobby. They come in a packet of letters. I painted the J and the Y with my crimson color. I'm going to use my Type Bond multi-purpose glue. No, sorry. Quick and Thick multi-surface glue. I'm going to glue the J and the Y, and then I'm going to use a peppermint for my the middle for the O. So then I'm just going to glue each one in place like you see. So see, most of the buttons were covered up, but it is what it is. I took some more of my Type Bond glue. I'm going to put it on the bottom of this slat from Dollar Tree. I like to use the Type Bond because I find that one works the best over the Mod Podge. I use a little bit of hot glue for the immediate hold. The Type Bond is for the permanent hold. Then I'm going to use both glues, the Type Bond and hot glue, on the back of my gingerbread. I'm going to glue them to that post. And I had a whole different idea for this to begin with, like I said, but I was just running out of time and I didn't want to use my Cricut twice. I usually try not to use it more than once on a video, so I decided to do something different. So I glued those all in place. I took 2 of these little white bottle brush trees from Dollar Tree. I painted the bases red. Then I went over, just kind of dabbed my brush all the way around the white just to give it some dimension. And then I glued them in place, and then I went, oh shoot, I was going to try and make like peppermint lines. So I tried and I thought I did pretty well. I went ahead and used a small paintbrush and my white paint, and I'm just making kind of diagonal lines. I tried to make them diagonal as much as I could. And then after I have the sides all done, then I'm going to paint the lines from the top down to those diagonal lines. And I was actually really proud of myself. I thought it came out not too bad. I'm not good at making straight lines or diagonal lines. And so I was really like, I don't know. I hope this turns out. And yeah, I don't think it turned out too bad. Anyways, but that's all I did with this. And oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. I almost forgot. I took some more of that ribbon from the tree. I didn't measure the sizes. I just cut some small pieces. I'm going to glue them end to end, and then I'm going to scrunch them in the middle and use some of that red cord to hold them in place. And then I made 2 of them like that for bow ties. And then I left tails on one of them for a bow on the middle on the girl. And there we go. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think about this. I feel like it was missing something, but I couldn't figure out what. But anyways, let me know what you think about this one in the comment box and what I could have maybe added to it. But anyways, here's the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoy today's gingerbread theme and peppermint theme DIYs. I love them. I love gingerbread. I know a lot of you really aren't into it. I do have another one coming for sure, maybe 2. We'll see how this video does. But anyways, make sure you check out these wonderful ladies in this playlist. I know you will get lots of inspiration. They are all amazing. And I will be back again on Sunday with the Just Our Imagination Challenge. So have a blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.